episode 124
Despite
to
Damon's
125.
reassurances, Abigail couldn't shake the gnawing fear that they were no match for Dillinger's power and influence. In Hillwood's tumultuous underworld, Dillinger reigned supreme, his connections and ruthlessness unmatched by any other. Damon's single call for backup paled in comparison to the might Dillinger commanded, a fact not lost on Abigail as she quivered under Dillinger's scrutinizing gaze.
Wait a minute, I'll be back.
I'll wait. Let's see who dares to challenge me.
Abigail trembled, caught between Damon's promise of help and Dillinger's ominous presence.
I'll give you a chance, bitch.
Abigail's heart pounded as Dillinger proposed a deal, his offer dangling before her like a poisoned apple.
Lick my shoes clean and I'll lower your interest rate by half. Pay within a month and I'll slash it by 50%.
Abigail's mind raced, torn between the allure of financial salvation and the moral cost of debasing herself for Dillinger's benefit. The weight of the decision pressed down on Abigail, the prospect of saving her family from ruin battling against the indignity of submitting to Dillinger's demands. If the money was indeed halved, the Holland family will be able to pay back, but they would be bankrupt.
What should I do?
Abigail's mind churned with conflicting thoughts as she weighed the consequences of her decision. The allure of financial relief clashed with the impending humiliation of submitting to Dillinger's demands. Abigail clenched her teeth and glanced helplessly at Damon. Abigail's heart ached with the realization that agreeing to Dillinger's terms would undoubtedly humiliate Damon in front of her. Despite her numerous failed attempts to connect with him, she couldn't bear the thought of abandoning hope.
Didn't you hear me, bitch?
Dillinger raised his foot to kick Abigail. Just as Dillinger's foot hovered menacingly over her, Abigail rose to her feet, her eyes ablaze with determination.
Resisting, are you? Don't forget, I have leverage against you.
Dillinger's rage boiled over, his threats escalating as he prepared to strike Abigail.
You're finished.
But before Dillinger could make contact, a figure intervened, halting his hand mid-air. Abigail's eyes widened in surprise as a stranger stepped forward, unafraid and resolute in the face of Dillinger's fury.
Back off.
Who the hell are you?
Someone who won't let you lay a finger on her.
Abigail stared in disbelief at the mysterious stranger who had appeared seemingly out of nowhere to defend her against Dillinger's wrath. Her mind raced, torn between the temptation of financial salvation and the devastating consequences it would bring to her family. The Holland family might be able to pay, but bankruptcy loomed ominously on the horizon. Abigail's heart raced as Hedgehog, with his muscular arms and intimidating presence, strode into the room. Dillinger, the once feared man of Hillwood, now quivered in fear before him.
Damon, sorry I'm late. I got held up at the salon. Didn't expect the hospital entrance to be crawling with pests.
You took your time, Hedgehog.
Abigail watched in disbelief as Dillinger, who had once shown no fear, trembled before Hedgehog's imposing figure.
I'll get out of here myself.
Leaving so soon? Not before you answer me one question.
What? What question?
Do you want to leave here with one hand, or do you want to risk losing something more precious?
The tension in the room was palpable as Dillinger struggled to answer, knowing full well the consequences of his decision.
I'll leave.
Wrong answer.
With a swift motion, Hedgehog's strength was unleashed, and the sickening sound of bone snapping filled the air as Dillinger's hand was broken.
You son of a...
But his words were cut off as Hedgehog discarded his hand as casually as one would discard a used tissue.
It's not over yet. One more wrong move, and it won't be just your hand you'll lose next time.
Abigail could only watch in horror as the once formidable Dillinger lay crumpled on the ground, defeated by Hedgehog.
Damon, is this okay?
What the fuck? I didn't ask you to snap his hand. I only said you should teach him a lesson.
Damon was stunned by Hedgehog's swift and brutal response. What started as a plan to teach Dillinger a lesson had escalated far beyond his expectations.
Don't worry, he had done a lot of bad things. Even if I did something to him, he wouldn't dare to provoke me.
Hedgehog's confidence exuded an aura of power that left Abigail speechless. She couldn't help but admire his ability to command respect and instill fear in others.
Who is this guy?
As Dillinger fled in terror, Abigail couldn't shake the feeling of awe and curiosity that Hedgehog's presence had ignited within her.
You alright?
Yeah. I'm fine.
Abigail's fascination with Damon grew as she observed him, longing for a chance to understand the enigmatic man. But amidst her hopes, doubts lingered. Did she stand any chance of getting close to him?
It's alright, get up. By the way, why did you go to borrow a loan?
Damon's inquiry cut through the tension, revealing his keen awareness of Abigail's family wealth.
I was cheated by that man.
Abigail's admission was laced with frustration.
That man who used to use my GTR to show off in front of you?
Damon's amused disbelief bubbled to the surface. Abigail's silence spoke volumes as she avoided Damon's gaze, her embarrassment palpable.
Be careful in the future. After all, you've just graduated. Society is much scarier than you think.
Damon's words carried a weight of caution. Abigail's emotions churned as Damon prepared to leave, a whirlwind of conflicting feelings, leaving her feeling both elated and devastated.
Damon, is it really impossible for us to happen?
Abigail's voice trembled with uncertainty.
Why would you think something between us is possible?
Damon's response held a hint of skepticism. Abigail summoned her courage, laying her heart bare in a moment of vulnerability.
I asked the doctor. There's a possibility Tiffany will wake up, but she won't be waking up for a while. I can accompany you until she wakes up, and even give you something that she couldn't give. Tiffany once said that she would only give her virginity when she gets married, but I'm different. As long as you want, I'm willing to give you anything. I have only one request. That is to be your woman.
Damon's shock was evident as he processed Abigail's heartfelt confession.
Why? Just to join the McAllister Club?
It's my dream to help my family, but there's another reason. You saved my life and gave me light. If you leave, my world will be dark again.
Abigail's sincerity pierced the air. Damon was shocked by Abigail's confession. This was the same woman who hated his guts a few days ago. Damon didn't know what to say to her.
I've got to go, Abigail. You're safe now, and I have things to do.
Damon's departure left Abigail with a renewed determination, her resolve unyielding.
I won't give up.
Damon had returned to the hospital for a while. He was sitting in Tiffany's room when his phone beeped. Damon unlocked his phone and saw that it was a photo from Abigail. Abigail's message to Damon was a bittersweet admission, acknowledging his disinterest while pledging to respect his relationship with Tiffany. Despite her longing, she vowed never to interfere in Tiffany's life, finding solace in Damon's protection.
It's okay, just take a look. I know you won't be willing to do this now. If Tiffany wakes up, I won't disturb you anymore.
Damon's shock was palpable as he viewed the photo Abigail sent. Despite his initial surprise, he swiftly deleted it, reaffirming his lack of interest in pursuing anything further with her. Meanwhile, Thomas's absence from Andover province left Damon restless. Concerned about the unresolved situation, he reached out to Thomas for an update.
Sir, things are not solved yet.
The other party seemed to know my purpose for coming and asked me to meet them at Rose Hotel in Andover 3 days later.
Thomas's frustration was evident as he struggled to make progress in Andover province. But undeterred, he remained determined to navigate the situation.
Be careful. Make sure Justin keeps an eye on you closely.
Damon's concern for Thomas's safety was evident as he issued his instructions.
By the way, have you come across any good projects to invest in recently?
Damon's mind shifted to business matters, eager to explore potential investment opportunities.
One of them is not bad. It's the Peony Garden Corporation project.
Thomas's suggestion piqued Damon's interest, prompting him to review the project details with keen attention. Recognizing the potential benefits of partnering with Peony Garden, Damon wasted no time in expressing his willingness to proceed with the collaboration. Thomas regarded the Peony Garden project as beneficial, awaiting Damon's decision eagerly, especially given the numerous calls he received from the other party during his time in Andover province.
Okay, I'll ask the assistant to discuss this project immediately. The other party has called me many times. I've been waiting for your decision.
Damon, recognizing the potential of the Peony Garden project, instructed Thomas to proceed with discussions without delay.
Okay. By the way, Thomas, add the Holland family to the list of the McAllister Club.
With Damon's directive, Thomas promptly initiated the process of adding the Holland family to the prestigious McAllister Club.
Okay, I'll ask someone to do it right away.
Meanwhile, outside the Holland family's residence, a man in a suit arrived, bearing news.
Who are you?
I'm here to pass on a message.
What message?
A good news.
Inside the Holland family's home, a family meeting was underway. Abigail's father, visibly distressed, signaled an end to the reports, consumed by his troubled state.
There's no need to continue reporting.
The once prosperous businessman found himself in dire straits, facing challenges he never imagined when he embarked on his entrepreneurial journey. In the midst of the Holland family's turmoil, a sudden interruption from the doorman sent shockwaves through the household. Despite the tense atmosphere, the doorman persisted in delivering his message.
Sir, someone is outside to see you.
Get out! Didn't you see that we're in a meeting? Are you allowed to come in here?
Sir, they said they had to see you. They're from McAllister Resorts.
Abigail's father, initially dismissive, was stunned at the mention of McAllister Resorts. His disbelief gave way to astonishment when he learned of the unexpected visitor's purpose: to deliver an invitation to the prestigious McAllister Club.
The McAllister Resorts?
Absolutely sure.
What are they doing here?
He said he was here to deliver the invitation to the McAllister Club.
What the fuck?
With the arrival of the man from the McAllister Club, the reality of the situation sank in. Despite their disbelief, they accepted the invitation, recognizing it as a favor to Abigail.
Mr. Holland, here's your invitation.
This? I don't understand. How is this possible?
I understand what you mean. The Holland family doesn't have this much power. However, this time, it is a favor to your daughter.
The news spread like wildfire within the Holland family, sparking excitement and speculation about Abigail's newfound influence.
Abigail? Who is your friend? He really pulled our family out of hell this time.
Meanwhile, Abigail grappled with conflicting emotions upon learning of Damon's gesture. Despite her gratitude, she couldn't shake the feeling of being underestimated or used.
Damon, do you really look down on me so much?
In the midst of the family's elation, Abigail's inner turmoil remained hidden, her heart heavy with unanswered questions about Damon's motives. Damon's rest at McAllister Resorts was short-lived as he was abruptly awakened by a phone call, disrupting his much-needed sleep.
Damon, come to the company now.
Naomi's commanding tone left Damon with no room for objections as she promptly ended the call. Damon, still groggy from sleep, hastily got dressed and made his way to Birch Real Estate, wondering what could be so urgent.
What's going on with Naomi?
Upon arriving at Birch Real Estate, Damon found himself in an unexpected encounter with a feisty young woman. Her attire was provocative, with a short skirt that not only exposed much of her toned legs, but also hugged her curves tightly, leaving little to the imagination. The hem of her skirt rode up so high that it exposed the bottom, adding an extra layer of boldness to her already daring outfit. A thin fringe framed her face like a college student, adding a touch of youthful allure to her ensemble. Despite the chilly weather, she boldly flaunted black stockings that accentuated her slender figure.
Hey, bastard, don't you have eyes?
Does it hurt?
Of course it hurts, you dumbass.
That's right too. You must feel pain since you almost have nothing in your bra.
What the hell are you talking about?
If you don't have that to protect you, you should be careful when you walk next time.
With a smirk, Damon continued on his way into Birch Real Estate, leaving the irate girl seething with anger.
Just wait and see.
Undeterred by the encounter, the girl stormed into Naomi's office, venting her frustration about the encounter with Damon.
Naomi, what's wrong with your company? It's full of stupid people. Why did you recruit some idiot?
Princess, why are you so angry?
It's all because of you. I met your mother in Peony Garden a few days ago. Your mother asked me to persuade you. Why did you come to Hillwood to do real estate? Others don't know the reason, but do you think I don't know too? You must be thinking to teach your fiancé.
As the girl revealed her true purpose for visiting Hillwood and shared news of the lucrative business opportunity with Naomi, her gaze settled on someone unexpected in the room.
And look who's here.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more great content. Click the notification bell so you never miss an update.